What's good, everybody? It's just your neighborhood angler, Money Bass, out here about to do this thing we call Bass for Cash. Now, we've been out here hitting a few docks, guys. Those fish didn't want to cooperate on the dock. So, what we're about to do now is just head on out and try to chase some of these offshore fish. See if we can get to the boat. We have about an hour and 15 minutes on the shot clock. As you come into the chat, please drop a one for me. We want to make sure everybody can hear me okay and see me okay. And also hit that like button. If we get the likes up, we'll get the bites up. All right, let's check something out. Bam, there we go. All right, so we're back in action. Dottie is the first in the chat. What's going on, Dottie? All right, let's go ahead and get to it, guys. What's going on? We got Big Q tuning in. And you know, I always forget to do this, is lock these rods down. All right, let's go ahead and roll out here. Like I said, guys, I think today we have about an hour on the shot clock. Somebody go ahead and start that timer and let's get it cracking. All right, we got Country Carpenter in the chat. Shout out to Big Row. All right, if you guys can hear me, drop a one in the chat. Drop a one in the chat if you guys can hear me. Now, what would be lovely if I could get these fish to come up and start hitting some of these top water baits. I appreciate that, guys. Shout out to 450 in the chat. All right, you come into the chat, guys. Make sure you hit that like button for me. Let's see if we can get the likes up. If we can get the likes up, we can get the bites up. Oh my God, guys, there's a big school of something out there. Let's see what that is. Where'd they go? Let me show you guys what I'm looking at. See, this is what offshore looks like out here, guys. See all those fish out there? Those may not be bass, though. We'll find out in a second and see. They're not responding to this swim bait. And bass would definitely at least pay attention to it a little bit. So what we're gonna do now is throw this jerk bait out there, get down a little bit deeper on them. Uh-oh. Something's out there schooling, guys. They didn't follow that jerk bait either. Let's go back out here with this chrome on them. Yeah, I don't know what those are, but they're not responding at all. Because even if they were stripers, at least the stripers would still respond to it. Right now, I'm just cycling through everything. You said slow it down. Fish can't swim that fast. What's going on? We got 250 in the chat. We got Jeff said, brother, no disrespect, but it's too late in the morning for top water bait. Jeff must be from up north somewhere. Is there somebody familiar with Lake Lanier that can talk to Jeff for a second? Give him some tips. Do we have anybody in the chat that knows about the top water bite on Lake Lanier? Somebody, anybody? Let's see what else we got. What else we have in the chat? All right, let's see. So yeah, there was a school out there, guys. That I was thinking it could have been striper, but even striper would at least move around and respond to that bait. So I do not know. We got what's up says, have you ever tried something like the Sakamata shad? I have not. Uh-oh, guys. Ooh, 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 ooh. We had a nice little hit, a nice little tappy tap. Let's get back out there again on them, guys. But you know what I think we need to do? I think what they want. I think what they want what the people want. They want some stank on it. So let's go ahead and hook it up. Come on, country carpenter. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that, country carpenter. Can I redeem myself if I get back out here and I go ahead and set the hook on it? Abram says you're gonna catch a 10-pounder. Hey, well, you know what? He could be right. Because it could be one of those 10-pound stripers out there. 250 says release to the grease. Abram says, have you caught anything yet? Not yet, sir. So we started off earlier in the day. Well, early in the day. When I first came out here, just focused on docks. So we ended that stream and I ran to a different part of the lake. So we're gonna focus on a little bit of offshore. I'm gonna chase some schools of fish around, see if we can get those fish to bite. We got we got Weewick. Good afternoon from Hong Kong. What's going on? We got Hong Kong in the chat. I told you guys we're worldwide. We are worldwide, guys. Got people from Switzerland, Japan. All right, there's some fish coming up on top over there. So did anybody I believe it was Jeff said, hey, partner, they don't bite on top water this late in the day. I have made videos showing you guys about this top water bite on this lake at high noon, 90 something degrees outside. Fish exploding everywhere. Shout out to Aim says, I is subscribed. All right. Good to have you in the chat. Manny Ketchum says, you still on Starlink? Yes, sir. We're out here linked up and we're still throwing some top water right now, guys. So the fish, they haven't been committing and coming all the way to the top just yet. But you never know when that time is going to start. So I'll throw it out there a few times anyway, just to see if they want to come out and play. All right, now I see some bass out here, guys. Get a good long cast out there. So they're not coming all the way to the top yet. We always keep this top water handy. You guys know the routine with that. You've seen when I've come out here and don't have that top water ready, but the fish ready. They do not wait for you to get ready. Stay ready. You don't have to get ready. All right, let's go down there to them a little bit now. We're going to throw this jerk bait, let it dive down a little bit. All right, got a nice long cast out there. All right, it's right above the head now, guys. All right, there they come. There they come. Go ahead and take it. Take it. Take it. All right, and take it, guys. All right, so guys, let me just show you. That's what it looks like. You see all those fish right there? So all of those are some real nice sized fish out there. But the problem is that they're highly pressured out here. So maybe sometimes you'll get one or two casts on those fish and then they're pretty much done. So what I'll do next is I'll take something and kind of slow it down. Because first you want to see if you can get a reaction bite from those fish. When they come after that jerk bait or those moving baits, they come very, very fast. Ah, let's see. All right, so now we're gonna fish this thing extra slow. Those fish said, "No, sir, not today." They didn't even want to follow that bait. All right, we're gonna try it again. I don't know if you guys can see that screen, but all of those fish are falling right behind that bait. And they just turned around and went back. So now we're gonna drop it and let it fall down to the bottom a little bit. Uh-oh. 216 says, "So what do we do when you catch a bass? Do we eat it?" No, sir. If you subscribe to the channel, you get a chance at guessing the weight of that fish and you can walk away with some money. That's what we call bass for cash, guys. I get out here on a weekly basis. I'm that partner that you hear people talking about when they say money bass. And what that means is we get out here, put about an hour or two on the shot clock, see how many fish I can get within that time frame. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel, guess the weight of the fish. It does not cost anything to participate. And big shout out to SWAT Lawn Operations. They will hook you up with a nice cash payout if you're able to guess the weight of the fish. So yeah, these fish right here, they come right up and look at this thing and turn back around. Gonna fish this one or two more casts, and then we're gonna take off and go find another school of fish somewhere. All right, let's slow it down again. All right, so there they go. You guys see all those fish? There's my bait coming down right there. You see all those fish all around it. Oh my goodness, there's fish. That wasn't a bass though. Something just jumped out there. All right, so we're gonna let that fall all the way down to the bottom and let it sit there for just a second. All right, if you have already hit the like button, type the word like in the chat for me. If you have already hit the like button, type the word like in the chat for me. Appreciate that, Abram. Appreciate that, Clint. We got Ryan Outdoorsman in the chat. Country Carpenter. Appreciate you guys for supporting the channel. If you have not already hit the like button, just tap your screen twice. Tap, tap. You should see some fireworks or something like that going off. Oh my God. And we got him. We got him, guys. Oh, we got him. Bam. Oh, and it's a good one. It's one of them biggins. This is a biggin. Now, if you're new to, oh, it's swimming towards us now, guys. If you're new to the channel, woo, look at him. He was trying to jump. I think he had me down in something. I can't tell if he's as big as what I thought he was, but he's a fighter. That right there is what we call bendation. And the bendation is sensational. I hit him in the lip. Let's see if I can get him with the flip. Oh, no, that one might be a little too big to get him with the flip. I can see he has a little hunchback on him, though. Let's get the net. I hit him in the lip, but I'm going to get him with the net. Come on back over here, bud. Come on over here so I can introduce you to my peoples. Where'd you go? Come here, come here, come here. Whew. There we go. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Small water charter says hit him with the boat flip. I'm not going to do that. Not with this one. Now look at this fish. Now this fish got a little hunchback on it. But he still got hit in the lip. Look how big the mouth is on this thing. Now, if he wasn't shaped funny, look at that. What do you think he has? Goodness, there's something hard inside of this thing's stomach, too. It feels like he has something in there. You guys see that? The hunchback. All right, it's a good one, guys. Let's go ahead and put him on the measuring board for you. But I don't know how much that's gonna help because of the way that his body is kind of curled. If he didn't have that hunchback, man, that fish is sitting at 17 and a half. 17 and a half. I had to go down to the bottom to trick him today. Small water charter says bendation of the body. The curvature, the, the bendation was sensational, right? All right, there we go, guys. So all it takes, it just takes a little time. Got to figure them out. So what we did, guys, we tried to go shallow today first, and that was not quite working. Now, these fish are starting to school up out here, which is the way that I like to fish, but I really like to catch these fish on top water. And you guys know, out here on Lake Lanier, you can fish top water all day. You just got to be in the right place at the right time. And when those schools get together and they're like, hey, partners, let's go ahead and get this top water bite cracking. Once they start hitting on top water, then you can have some good days out here. But we got that tappy tap. Abram says he thinks it's 3.36. Clint said that's a 3.75. Look at you guys already putting your weights in the chat. Small water charter says a 2.7. Let's see what you guys was. Small water charter says don't trip, boat flip. Abram said that's what I'm talking about. You guys say fish on. What kind of fish finder and model do you have? So I have Humminbird and I have Garmin. So I have Garmin for my live imaging, and then everything else is Humminbird. I used to have Humminbird everything. I had Mega Live, but I wanted to try something different for 2026. So a few months back, I went ahead and swapped over my Mega Live to a live scope, LVS 34 on that 1026. All right, let's get back out there in that school again, guys. Where you at? Let's get right back out there in that school. One more again. Let's see if they're going to follow it down. Let me show you guys what it looks like on the screen. All right, so there it goes. You guys see that right there? That's my bait. Do we see any fish following it down? Let's see if that's a fish right there. All right, there's one right there. You see him going down there? He's going down there pretty fast, too. Oh, he went all the way down there, guys. Let's see if he wants to talk to us. Let's see if he wants me to introduce him to the money team. Come on, fish, go ahead and put your lips on it. I can introduce you to my business. Shout out to Abe. Go, gotta go. Uh-oh, wait a second, guys. Is that a tappy tap? Oh man, did I get a tap or did I let him pull me into something? Let's see. Let me check it with my fingertips. Let me check it with my fingers first. All right, there we go. We got it loose. Spotster says run up to Wahoo Creek. That's a little too far for me. Shout out to Brand. He says, how you catch fish without using live scope? You use your mapping. You use mapping. You see this right here? Mapping. So this right here indicates that there's a point right here. Generally, you can just hop from point to point on a lake, on any lake. You want to find points and you want to find things that are called ledges or drop-offs. So let's just go to a different part of the lake. Let me move around on my mapping real quick and I'll show you. So if it's a lake that I have gone to before, I'll go and I'll look for places like this. So you see this right here? So that's an island. That right there is a shallow part of the island, 5 feet or less. I can zoom in on that and you see this long point coming out here? A long point. And if you look on this side right here, that kind of dark area where those black lines are at, that shows that it's a lake. So I would drive around and just kind of fish that area right there, right off of right off of that island. Another thing you can do when you're looking for points, let's see, let's just go to another area of the lake. So if it was a lake I hadn't gone to before, I would look at something like this right here. So you see you have shallow water. Let's see, where'd it go? Let's keep on going over here. So you have shallow water right here where it's red, but look on the other side of that red. You see all of that right there? Now that right there is a drop off where you have that dark. So it's like a little ledge right there. So fish will post up right on top of this area right here and just swim back and forth or up and down right here on that dark area right there. So that's how you isolate spots. So you can mark you about 20, 30 spots like that before you even go to the lake and just go straight to those areas and just fish those areas. Guaranteed. You're gonna get something to the boat. What you think about that, spot snatcher? Is that what you would do if you didn't have live imaging? What's going on? We got Kevin Two Fishes in the chat. Anybody see Whipstick or AC? Is Dottie in the chat? Y'all gonna have to sweet talk Whipstick to get him to open those scales up. Cause you know how Whipstick has been acting lately. Two Fishes says that's what I would do without Mega Live. Yep. Shout out to Small Water Charles. He says down here, I would book a trip with me first and let me show you some spots. That'll always work, Brandon. You can link up with Small Water Charters and he could hook you up. Oh man, come on, bud. Don't take my bait from me. Oh, it feels like it's hooked on some fishing line. But we got it loose. Big bank takes little bank. Let me check my line. All right, we're gonna keep on moving because I blew up the spot. All right, Brandon says, wow, you're a savage. He said, wow, you're a savage. He said, thank you. He said, screen recorded all that. I'll be out there this weekend. Brandon, do you fish from a boat or you fish from the bank? Sparson says, skip docks if they have them. Okay, yeah, or you can always go and skip docks. I mean, so I skipped docks for, how long you guys think I skipped those docks? About an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. I fished 2 coves. but it's a numbers game whenever you're fishing those docks. So I just gave up on them before I ended up getting a fish to the boat. But if I had just stuck with docks today, I'd eventually started catching them like I did yesterday. So that's another thing. If you don't want to use your mapping or anything like that, you can still just use your eyeballs and just kind of look across the lake. Any place you see points, and if you see rocks that are coming into the water, then you can go ahead and stop there and fish that point. I would say sit back in about 30 to 35 feet of water, throw you a jig, shaky head, Carolina rig, something like that, jerk bait, crankbait on points, fish for about 10 or 15 minutes. If you don't get anything, pack up and roll to the next point. All right, Brandon says, just bought a boat, so no clue what I'm doing. You have a depth finder? Two Fishes said I only skipped docks for about 10 minutes and then I gave up. Spotson says, first dock, he had a bite. All right. Beers and Bass said, you better get your practice and spend less time teaching. 450 says he skips dock for a living. He said that's his job. All right, bear with me, guys. I gotta do something real quick. Day. All right, just had to send a quick message before we get back to it. All right, let's see. Shout out to Brandon. He says, I subscribed. What lake are you going to be fishing, Brandon? What state and lake are you going to be fishing? All right, so we're going to ease on up. So right now, guys, what we're doing is we're trying to find schools of fish. So as you just saw, we found a nice school, but those fish, they did not, they're still following baits. So it's kind of a numbers game, just like fishing those docks. If you find enough schools, you'll find at least one or two in there that'll um, give you that reaction bite. So somebody was saying earlier about you need to slow down the retrieve. Fishing is very subjective. Sometimes you need to slow it down. Sometimes you need to move fast. And sometimes just need to do what makes you feel good, even if you're not catching anything. Okay, you're on Lake Lanier. All right, well, I definitely want updates from you. Definitely want some updates to see how how the progress is coming along. All right, let's take a look and see. So what we'll do, we're gonna be kind of ways away. If I see the fish suspended high enough in the water column, then we'll see if we can hit them with that with a top water bait again. If not, which I'm guessing they probably won't be, we're gonna start off with a jerk bait. And what I do, I like to bring this jerk bait through there, especially whenever I first find the school of fish. I want to bring that jerk bait through there fast to try to get a reaction bite, get those fish kind of competing for that bait. All right, swim bait. The jerk bait is like, no, I don't want to go. Look at it, it's trying to hold on to this rod for dear life. All right, so we're gonna ease up on another school of fish. See if we can find one. All right, I see some roamers out there. I don't know if those are bass, but let's just chin check them and see. All right, came up to take a look. They didn't want to take it. All right, so we're gonna ease back out here again. So yeah, so the fish are still kind of following and looking. Since they want to follow and look, I'm gonna send them back down to the bottom. We're sitting in about 23 feet of water right now. All right, there we go. Got some action over there. All right, so there's my bait, and there's the fish going down to it. I don't know if you guys caught it or not. It's two or three of them down there on it. So let's see if we got us a customer or not. Are these some window shoppers or are they customers? Shout out to DL Peck Fishing. Oh my goodness. DL, are you gonna be at Joe Pool this Saturday? Something tells me you might be planning a trip to Joe Pool. We got Caleb back in the chat. What's going on, Caleb? Let's keep on easing on. Let's keep on moving on. So you guys take a look. The water, we don't have too much chop on it. Not a lot of wind or anything right now. Which some people would say makes the bite a little bit harder. What do you guys think in the chat? Let's put it, this is a yes or no question. Is the bite harder? Is it harder to catch fish when the water is nice and calm, slick, calm water with little to no wind? Does that make it harder or easier to catch fish in your opinion? Pearson Bass says wind for the win. Guys, you know what? I think I need to re-up on put a little more stank on it. See if we can get it cracking. Brandon says, let me see, I like a little stain or a little wind or clouds or something other than crystal clear. A day like today, let me scan around again and just show you what the water looks like. Show you how the water looks. Guys, where's the sun at? So the sun is up there behind the clouds right now. But if you take a look at the water, it's kind of slick calm. Are these conditions that make it easier or harder to catch fish, in your opinion, in the chat? Just put easy or hard. What do you guys think? All right, so we're back down where the action is at. Brandon says, it looks easy to catch a vibe. DL Peck says, contemplating whether to fish Joe Pool. I may have to battle the rain again. Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness, guys, not the rain. Yeah, you got to choose your lake wisely. So basically what we're talking about, guys, is the Big Bass Battle of the Anglers is taking place this Saturday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. They have 4 hours on the water. It's going to be fast and furious. So you have to make your decisions, get out there and get to it. Whoever brings in the biggest bass, they got the bragging rights. They will be the winner of the Big Bass Battle. That means they have represented their state and their lake. And there's actually one more spot that is still open. There's one more open slot. You can fish in your state. You pick your favorite lake, and whoever brings the biggest bass in, they win. Now, there's going to be a runner-up. Whoever catches the most weight. I mean, not the most weight, the most fish. Every fish 1 pound and above is going to be a scoreable fish. So whoever catches the numbers, you get a little credit for that too. Shout out to Two Fishes. He says usually bluebird skies and no wind equals tough fishing. Brandon says as long as I'm on water, I'm gonna find them. That's right, Brandon. But guess what? Once you find the fish, you want to catch them, right? If you find them, you still have to catch them. And you see all these fish that I'm showing you? These things are finicky. They will pull right up, look at your bait, laugh, and swim right away. Go right back and tell their buddies, can you believe he thought he was going to catch me? Brandon says it's chicken hawk fishing. Nope, chicken hawk is not going to be fishing. He may slide in, and talk bad about one or two guys that have zero fish on the board. I'm pretty sure he's going to love to do something like that. But we normally start chicken hawk off with a customary 2 pounds on the leaderboard. And if you don't beat chicken hawk, he will talk about you pretty bad for a while. DLP, you said you heard that Hawk got a win recently. A win with what? Wait a minute. Okay, first you used the word win and chicken hawk in the same sentence. But I need to know what you heard and what is it that that you're saying that you heard he won. Steve said, "You cast right-handed, then switch." Yes, sir. That allows me to get maximum bendation. All right, so these fish aren't acting right, guy. They were supposed to cooperate. They knew I was going to be out here trying to catch something for the money team. We need one more fish to the boat, guys. Once we get one more fish, we're going to check and do a sign of life check on Whipstick and AC. Oh, man, you guys know what? Shout out to Strike Zone. One of my baits that I used to use in situations like this. I forgot all about it. But do I feel like tying it on? All right, let's go right over these fish. Guys, take a look at them. You guys see all those fish out there? So the thing is, getting those fish to bite. Nothing. They wouldn't bite nothing. All right, let's see. What else can we try, guys? I tried the fast side, tried the slow side. Let's go out here with a Nico rig. Guys, I'm focused. So let me just show you. So there's the fish. They're all around that Nico rig. It's still falling, and I'm just popping it. Can you see all those fish swimming around it? It's still falling to the bottom, extra, extra slow. Oh, he came off. Oh, oh man, he came off, guys. He came off. Oh, that is terrible. That fish came, so that was a reaction bite right there. That fish came shooting across here. I don't know if you guys could see it, but it came shooting across there and picked that bait up. I should have let him hold it just a little bit longer, but I was scared it was gonna spit it out. Oh, man. Country Carpenter said he's not gonna say it. Well, don't say it. Don't you dare say that, Country Carpenter. That is not what that was. All right, let me pull it up a little bit and see if we can get one. Okay, there we go. We got well, that one's that one took off and ran away from or swam away from it. So there's my bait just popping along down to the bottom. I'm gonna throw it back out there that same school again. That thing has an extremely slow fall rate. But you saw that's what it took. So that bait is just right up here someplace. It'll come onto the screen in just a second. There it goes. All right, so you guys see my bait right here? See how slow it's falling? These are all of the fish right here. Now you see how fast that fish right here is swimming over there? If it was to see it swimming that fast, it would probably take it. And that's what just happened a second ago. There was a fish that was swimming real fast over towards it. Let me get it lined back up. Okay, it's going up there to it now, guys. All right, my bait's right here. See, there's another one going over to it right now. All right, there's some fish coming up to it. They're coming up to it now, guys. All right, we got him that time. We got him. We got him. We had to lean into him. We got him, guys. And it's a head shaker. It's a head shaker. I can't really tell. It doesn't feel like it's one of those magnum spots. There we go. You guys see him down there? Just like that. Kablam. With the alarm going off. With the alarm going off. And he's spitting up all kind. Look at him swimming down there with the bait right there in his mouth. Woo! I hit him in the lip. Let's see if we can get him with the flip. Bam! And we got him with the flip. Look at that, guys. Now I walked you through that entire catch on that one. What do you guys think about that? I don't think this one's gonna be a keeper though. Wouldn't it be that the smallest one out there ended up being the one to pick it up? Yeah, so this fish is only about 13 and a half. Let me just show you the size comparison between this one and the one that's already in the live well. Oh, goodness. Just look at the size of the head on this thing alone. You guys see that? Look at the size difference between those two. But look at the hunchback on there. All right, buddy, going back down there and tell your partners that you came and hung out with Money Bass and the Money Team. Boom. All right, so now I could take that bit of information and go back over to where we just left from, where that big school of fish was at. Now, those were some pretty big fish that were over there. Oh, man, hold on. Let me check something real quick. All right, hold on 1 second, guys. I got to make a quick phone call, see if I got to get up out of here. I might need to be someplace where I need to be there. All right, guys, we got a little bit more time. Got clock. All right, let's hop in the chat. Let's see what you guys are talking about. Was Brandon still in the chat? I just want to know. Saw that technique that I just employed on those fishes. But Brandon had asked, can you do that without live scope? So you can do it without live scope. You obviously you can't track the fish the same, but you can have the area marked using your sonar, which is basically what we used to do um, before having live imaging. And I got live imaging kind of late to the game. A lot of guys have had it years before I ended up getting my first one. All right, let's see. As long as I'm on the water, I can find them. Let's see. Let me get caught up. DL says, I thought he won something a month ago or so. It depends on what something means. He won a trash talking contest. If that's what you're talking about. DL said, maybe I was wrong. Brandon says, I thought so to first weekend of May. I was his only fan. All right, drop shot. EWG hook, Robo Worm. Spotson says, my first was jig. What are you guys talking about in here? Oh, yeah, you guys saw Jesus Torres. Jesus Torres says, you jacked it. I sure did. I missed that one. The other one seemed like it was bigger than that, the one that came off. Let's see, what is that area on live? That means? Shout out to Big Ro. He says a FBS. No, sir, that was not an FBS. Steve Johnson says, how many degrees on a pie? If you straight, I don't know what that means. Country Carpenter says, slow drag on the bottom. There we go. We was making it happen. All right, let me just get caught up in the chat because I was way behind. What state am I in? Who was that? Slicker than worm juice. Back in the chat again. I mean, you know where I'm at. Lake Lanier, Georgia. Big Rose says, whipstick, get them darn scales open. Is whipstick in the chat yet? Let's see. Spot Snatcher said, I don't have, let me see. I don't have it. I do fine. Shout out to Spot Snatcher. Big Rose says, no Hawk beat some people. That is not a win. Listen, he just not all the way in last place, basically. He didn't win anything. Big Rose says he didn't win, though. There you go. Brandon says, you still fish with the rod benders? Yes, sir, I sure do. You thinking about coming to join? If you want to come and learn some new techniques, hang out with a good group of guys, consider coming and joining the Rod Benders Bass Club. The season is in full effect right now. You do not have to have a boat. We have space for boaters and co-anglers in the Rod Benders Bass Club. All right, I gave those fish a little bit of time to rest. So we're gonna go back down there again. But you know what we're gonna do, guys? This time we're gonna put some stank on it. We're gonna put some stank on it this time, guys. So that way they could smell that stank juice. Since this thing falls so slow, oh, my weight is gone. My weight is gone. That's why this thing is falling so slow. But look at the teeth marks right on that worm. So it doesn't rip. Let's just take the hook out and just move it to another spot. Just that quick and easy. All right. And so my weight is gone out of here. That's why it's falling so slow. So I have some very light weights. So I want it to fall a little bit faster than that. So let's get a little bit. Man, I only got 4 more of these things. I guess I gotta go and place an order today. Get some more of these weights. And just so it doesn't come out again, because I'm pretty sure I had a weight in there. We're gonna put a little. Yeah, I did have a weight in there. I'm gonna put a little glue on there this time. Shout out to Hippie Dave in the chat. Put a little. I guess I put too much glue on there. So I need something. Oh, there's my other worm down there. And that one already has a weight in there too. All right, let's get some of that glue off of here. Just put it on there. All right. Then we're gonna put a little stank on it. Put a little stank juice on there. All right. Now we're gonna ease back out here again, guys. All right. So what I'm gonna do is just change the angle that I'm targeting these fish at. So we got one in the live well right now. We got the Ginger Bass Fisher in the chat says, "Yo, money just got home from work. Catch anything yet?" Yes, sir. Sure did. I think we've got two to the boat. And how many have we missed so far today, guys? I think two. Caught two, missed two. All right. Here we go, guys. We're gonna see if we can get to it again. All right, now that one went right down into that cover where those fish are at, and you can see that they're already all over it. And they're actually falling a little bit just like I wanted it to do. So I'm just popping it around in there before it gets all the way to the bottom. We got about 55 likes in the chat. Really appreciate that, guys. We got Casters TV in the chat. Says, "What is your favorite bait caster?" Well, right now I'm kind of liking this Daiwa Tatula that I just got. My favorite one before that was, see these red ones, that Concept Z. I really like those, but just in general, I like Lose. All right, so since I caught one of their little buddies using this Nico rig, they may not they may not bite it again. Shout out to Spot Snatch. He says my second fish 2.68. Casters TV says I am getting a Corrado DC. Okay. We're gonna fish it back real slow again. So I'm out here on Lake Lanier in Georgia, fishing for some of these spotted bass. Acting real finicky today. Says, what is my PB? My personal best spotted bass comes from Lake Lanier. It is 5 pounds, 11 ounces. Or was it 5 pounds, 7 ounces? I think, no, it was 5 pounds, 11 ounces is my biggest spot. And then my biggest largemouth was 8 pounds, 7 ounces. All right, let's try to get this thing out there one more again. And then since they've already kind of figured me out, we'll take off and go to another spot. Brandon said, "That's insane." Which part? Ginger Bassfish said, "Dang, money." What are y'all talking about in the chat? All right, one more cast, and then we're gonna head to another spot, guys. I had to do it. I just need one more cast. Oh, Brandon said your PBs. Okay. Yeah, so that 511, I actually have a video. Think I wasn't live, but that's back when I used to do a lot of videos. And then I have a 5.09 that I caught during a live. And I remember somebody guessed the weight of that fish and actually won like 125 or $150 for guessing the weight of that fish. Shout out to Blaster. He said, "We back." Oh my goodness, guys. Look underneath the boat right there. Do you guys see that big school of fish down there? Let's see if I can just drop something down there, hit him in the head with it. Come on, bud. Let me get them before they take off. All right, we got him, guys. We got him. We got him. All right, look at that. We got him, guys. We picked him off. It feels like it's a decent fish, too. I can't really tell with this real light line on this minnow bait. But he has a little bit of bendation going on. You guys see it. You see it? Oh my goodness. That fish was like, "Hey, let me take a bite of that." Oh goodness, where is he at? Is he trying to come up and jump? Oh, there you go. Oh my goodness, and it's a good one, guys. It's a good one. Do you see him pulling some drag? Now I think I had this thing on 8-pound line, so I'm a little nervous. I'm nervous about it. I see him down there down deep. I see him down deep, and he has a oh my goodness, he has some weight on him. Oh my goodness. Come on, bud. Let me take it easy. Let me just take it easy with him. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. You guys see that? It's a good one. He's coming from down deep. Ooh. Oh, man, that's a good one right there. Brendan, do you see that? Is it Brendan or Brandon? Move that rod out the way. He keeps pulling drag. When I get him up a little, he goes back down a lot. There he goes. Look at that side. Look at the, do you see the girthification on him right there? That is a good one. That's a good one right there. Oh, come on, bud. Come on toward this net. Oh, it saw the net. When they see the net, they tend to get a little mad because they like, Money Bass is trying to net me. Oh, and he slid right on in there with ease. Oh, and it definitely has some weight on it. This one has some big boy weight on it. Look at that. Do you see that? You guys remember about a month or two ago, your partner would say, I told you I didn't know how to fish these minnow baits. But now I'm out here busting them in the mouthpiece. Now that other one, you guys saw it. It had some good size on it. Let me hold them up side by side. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. And just like that, it's time to do this thing called Bass for Cash. Look at that. Now you remember how big this one was compared to that one I just released? Now this one's even bigger than that. Look at the head on them. Look at the head on them. Bam. Ooh, calm down. Go ahead back down there, hang on out with your buddy. Oh my goodness, now that was fun. Now that was fun right there. Catching that fish on that minnow bait, not knowing what was gonna happen. Whoo! Hippie Day said combined weight, yes, sir. You know how Whipstick is gonna do it. Is Dottie in the chat? Man, this thing got me breathing kind of hard on that one. I was nervous. And look, let me go ahead and retie. Let me retie. It has a little bit of just a little bitty nick in there. And that's enough to retie. I had to take my time with it. Was that all right, guys? Was that all right that I took my time with it? Or do you think I need to reel him in faster than that? What do you think? Do I need to fight him a little bit harder? Shout out to Casters TV. Says, I subscribed. Appreciate that. Slid right on in. Just in time to catch some of that action. All right, so we're going to do a quick retie. I think we might need to just put a little bit of stank on it. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Now that makes me feel good. I've been wanting to have one of those days where I could just come out here and hit him in the head with a minnow bait. But more than likely, his friends were following him and like, hey, Johnny, why are you swimming funny like that? What is that hanging out of your mouth? So when they see me throw the bait back down there again, they may be like, hey, I don't want any parts of that. But we'll see. You never know. All right, so we have some roamers out here. We have some fish out here roaming around. Let's see if they want to come out and play. All fish are welcome. Just come on over here. Let me introduce you to the money team. Oh my goodness! Shout out to Whipstick. He said, let's not play around. Let's get them on the scale. They don't want this money. Oh my goodness, Whipstick. Whipstick came right on in with the quickness. He must have looked and saw there wasn't a lot of people in the chat just yet. He was like, let's weigh it right now. before I shut her down. Shout out to Whipstick guy. Everybody put SWAT in the chat. Let's see, what was I missing in the oh, Whipstick been in here for a second. I didn't see him. Whipstick, let them know how you're weighing these fish. Now, somebody said, is it combined weight? That says, how long was it? I put him on the scale. Shout out to Phil. He says, and here I thought that was the picture that came with the fish finder. But you said that there were fish, and they were right. There we go. I told you. Shout out to Whipstick. Everybody put SWAT in the chat. We need about 10 SWATs in the chat first, Whipstick. They got to put some respect on your name. Cassie says, what lure do you advise on Lake Eufaula in Oklahoma? I have a tourney there. Oh my goodness, that's a tough one. I bang them out on a shaky head. I mean, I caught 17.79 pounds, 3 4-pounders on a Saturday morning tournament, all on a shaky head. But it really depends. Yeah, I mean, you're just gonna have to find the fish first. You got to find the biggins. Castle TV says, "Do you want to know my channel name?" Hippie Day says, "Get that money ready, Whipstick." Whipstick, they're about to take that loot. What's going on, Tonic? We got Tonic in the chat. Oh, the SWATs were coming through. All right, Robert. Robert says, let's see how good the bass are in the South. We catch big bass in Canada. Oh, my goodness. Shout out to Canada. I told you guys we're worldwide. We got Canada in the chat. All right, Whipstick. Whipstick, when you say ready. Oh, man. Close. Oh, now that's a big fish right there. Goodness gracious, guys. That's a huge fish on it right there, but didn't take it. Oh, got him that time. We got him. Ooh, look at that. Look at that on that minnow. Your partner, the minnow bite. Oh, and he holding strong. You know what, guys? If this is a bass, it is a biggin. Ooh, he ain't. Oh, I felt the flip. I felt the flip. Oh, goodness, guys. It's a biggin. It's a biggin, but he fighting funny. He fighting funny. Do you see that right there? The bendation is egregious. Do you see that? He's just holding. Who's gonna win this fight? Oh, come on, bud. He's trying to pull me under the boat. Come on, bud. Come on up here. Oh, here he comes. Here he comes, guys. Let's see. Where's he at? Oh my goodness, and it's a bass. It's a bass, guys. It's not a catfish. That is not a catfish, people. Let me get the net. Oh my good. Oh my goodness. I thought it was a catfish. Oh, and we got him with the net. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow. Look at that. Right in the top of that lip right there. Bam. Once again, right in that mouthpiece. What could be better? Kaboom. Look who stepped in the room. Shout out to Brandon. Brandon said, boom. Kaboom. Look who stepped in the room. Now, this is bigger than the last one. Let's hit spot lock over here. Let's hit spot lock. while I talk to my peoples. Oh my goodness. Hey guys, listen, this is a turning point. This is a turn. Look at the size of those fish in the live well. This is a turning point. Your partner Money Bass has figured out the minnow bite. Now look, now I hold him to the next biggest one. Look at that one right there. Goodness gracious, look at it. This fish made the other fish look small, and the other fish made that other one look puny. Now this fish right here, oh my God, look at the girthification. The girthification is unreal. Shout out to Whipstick. Whipstick. Whipstick, what you got to say to the people? He said, let's weigh the two biggest. He said, let's weigh the two biggest ones. But they biting Whipstick. Whipstick, you want me to stop fishing right now? Chat. Listen, chat. Do y'all want me to catch some more first? Or do you want to weigh the fish now? So keep fishing or weigh fish? Which Whipstick said, let's weigh all three. Ooh. Oh, Whipstick. Whipstick is so shisty. Oh my goodness. All right, Country Carpenter said one more. Hippie Dave said, wait now. Power Trendler says, what does he say? He says, get more in the boat. Brandon says, you're hot. He said, you're hot right now, though. Don't stop. Everybody's saying, keep fishing. Big Rose said, whipstick a crab. What does Dottie have to say? She said, come on, Whip. Stop changing the rules. 450 says, you need to do this in the Derby. Blaster says, catch more. Phil said, keep fishing while you have some good luck. Brandon says, flow state. Shout out to Jesse Cooper says, I'm new. Well, Jesse, you need to hurry up and subscribe to the channel because once we open the scales, you have to be a subscriber to put your to participate. It doesn't cost anything. Dottie said, keep fishing. Bass Lord said, hi. We got Robert in the chat says, never stop to measure until you are at the limit. Never stop a streak. Put it back in the water. Whipstick. The people said they want more. The people said keep going, Whipstick. Am I supposed to give the people what they want? There's my bait going down, and there's another school of fish. That bite felt amazing. Guys, listen, that fight right there, I thought that was a catfish. I thought that was a catfish. Man, I'm down there right next to a big school, a humongous school. Whipstick says we will weigh all for a combined weight. Whipstick. Oh goodness, Whipstick said. Whipstick said you keep fishing if you want. We gonna weigh all of them. Oh goodness. Dottie said, BS, I quit. Whipstick said, Dottie, where you going? He said, come back over here, Dottie. Where you going? Hippie Dave said, shut her down. Whipstick said, shut her down. This is private property. Shut her down. Be like, come on, Whipstick, this state property. This is private property. Blaster says the fish on private property. Whipstick said this is private property. Oh my goodness. Spicer says they biting up here too. Big Rose says Whipstick gonna cause you to lose us. Oh my goodness, Whipstick. Whipstick. Do you see the people started a revolt? What's it called? They do a takeover? The people are about to revolt against you, Whipstick. And where's Whipstick at? Whipstick, they're gonna be at the next battle of the anglers, they're gonna be looking for you for the wrong reason. I'm like, where is that Whipstick? We know what he looks like because we seen him on that there on them YouTubes. We seen that Whipstick. Playing with our money's like playing with our emotions, Whipstick. Man, that was a lovely bite right there, guys. You guys got to see the whole process. Whipstick said they don't want this money anyway. Robert says water can't be private property unless the entire water is within someone's property. Whipstick said, let it whip. He said, whip it, baby. Let's whip it right. Bachelor says, you are living on the water. He said, you're living on that water, bruh. Hey, man, we're out here setting the hook on them today. And Whipstick says, shut her down. Whipstick is out here causing problems for the peoples. Man, I thought that was a catfish, guys. But I was wrong. It was just a biggin. I had to just reel into him. I'm hovering this thing about 5 feet off the bottom. And then when those fish come up to try to get it, I reel it away from them a little bit. Oh my goodness. He almost took it. Come on, bud. Come on back. Come on, you're welcome to a second bite. Whipstick says, Dottie, I never figured you'd be a quitter. Don't shut her down. Dottie, now he's going to say it's your fault. He's blaming it on you, Dottie. Dottie said, ain't no quitter in my blood. She said, I'm about to take this money anyway. We have to weigh all of the fish at one time. Does anybody remember that song by Bobby Brown? That's going to be Whipstick's theme song now. When Whipstick shows up, we need somebody to start playing Don't Be Cruel. Whipstick said, that's what I'm talking about, Dottie. You can do it. I think he's playing with you, Dottie. I don't think he thinks you can do it for real. Robert says, you are about 45 minutes to an hour outside of Atlanta, right? Is that right, guys? What do you think? With traffic, it's probably about an hour. A little over an hour with traffic out here. Because traffic is horrendous. All right, so that school is gone now, guys. You know what? I really want to go back to this other school now. That other school that had bigger fish in it. I want to go back and see if I can catch those fish out of that school now. Bass Lure says, what lake are you on? I'm on Lake Lanier. We out here getting it cracking. And you know what? I need to start logging some of these catches in Fish X Live. Let me take a picture of the bait. And that's what we're going to do. All right, guys. So Whipstick said we have to weigh all of the fish. So what did I catch my fish on today, guys? I caught two on this. Does anybody remember who's been on here since the beginning? I caught two on um the minnow bait. Look, my live is still playing in the background. Let's see. Oh, Nico rig. That is right. So how many did I catch on the Nico rig, guys? Country Carpenter says I caught two. Did I catch two on that? Because I have three in the live right now. All right, let's see. All right, let's take a picture of the bait. All right. And the other one was that Nico rig, right? I think I already have a picture of that. Okay, I didn't weigh the fish yet. Oh, wait a minute. You know, I don't think I put the pictures in there from yesterday. Let's take a look at the journal of catches from yesterday. Yeah, so I had a 384, 387. All right, so here we go, guys. We're gonna update the pictures from yesterday. So picture of fish. 384. So where's that 384? I think that's that one. So we'll upload that picture. As soon as it updates, then we can go ahead and submit that. Bam, there we go. We got that picture. Now the 307. Now that was the largemouth. We're gonna edit that and we're gonna add the picture of this largemouth in here. Let's see, that was a spot. So then this one is the largemouth. Boom. So we'll add that one in there. Shout out to FishX Live. So let's take a look at it, guys. There we go. There's your partner money bass holding up those fish from yesterday. Do you see that? All right. And there's the details. There we go. We were catching them on that Nico again yesterday. Well, wacky on docks, 3.07, 18.5 inches. Then this other one over here, this fish right here was 20 inches. Bam. Look at that one right there, guys. Can you see that? Boom. All right. So now we need to log some catches from today. All right. So we caught, goodness, guys, I can't even remember where we caught the fish at today. Log a catch. All right. So we're on Lake Lanier. Just bear with me, guys. If you're interested in what I'm doing, you can download the app for free at fishxlive.com. We will be having the Big Bass Battle of the Anglers taking place this weekend from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. You can watch that live on FishX Live, where you can keep up with the leaderboard and everything. All right. All right, so let's see. We're entering the fish in from today. So we got Lake Lanier, species, spotted bass. We don't know the pounds, so we'll put 100 pounds in here for now. All right, we're gonna do the length on each one. So we'll do the red one first. Do you guys remember the length on those fish? All right, so the red funny looking one first. Oh shoot! Oh my goodness, the thing just ah, it just splashed water all on me, guys. Oh, nasty, slimy live well water. All right. Now, where were we? Measuring the first one. That coming in at 17 and a half. So this one right here, remember when we're about to weigh these fish, guys? This one right here is 17 and a half. 17 and a half on that red coal tag. Goodness, man, this thing splashed water all over me. All right. Length 17.5. Track this location. And that fish was caught with a, let me think, where did I get that funny looking fish from? Oh, it was caught with a shaky head. That first one was caught on a shaky head, guys. Shaky head, offshore. And I Guess that was about 20 to 30 feet of water. 20 to 30 feet. All right. Water temp. Let's see what the water temps are today. 78. 78 degrees. 78 degrees on the water temp. Weather. Let's just say today was a sunny day. Water clarity clear. The wind was 0 to 5 today. 0 to 5 miles an hour. And we're going to submit that without a picture right now. We'll take pictures in a minute. So let's change this date to the 19th. All right, so the second fish was on the white coat tag. All right, let's check out the one on the white coil tag next. Oh, man, come on, don't splash me again. Where'd that one? Look at the girth on this thing. Oh, my goodness, that thing is huge. All right, now let's get the length on this second one. So you said, what are these on the bass? These are coil tags. It makes it easier to take the fish out of because you can just grab that coil tag to pull them out. All right, so this is the second biggest fish of the day. And this fish is sitting at 19 and a half inches. 19 and a half. All right, you guys remember that, 19 and a half. So first, let's shout out to Brandon. He's writing it in there. So fish number one, 17.5. Fish number two, 19 and a half. So somebody could put that in the chat too. So whenever it's time to weigh these fish, you guys can know. Oh, Whipstick says shut her down. No, Whipstick. The fish are biting. All right, so we're going to go with Lake Lanier. We're in the second fish in here now, guys. Lake Lanier, species, spotted bass, pounds. We're going to put 102 because that's fish number two. The length was, what was the length of that fish, guys? 19 and a half. All right, appreciate that. 19.5. Don't do a picture yet. We're going to save the location. So we're going to track the location. And that fish was caught with a minnow bait. Minnow. All right. How about that? No, was that one caught? Yeah, that one was caught on a minnow. Or was it caught on a minnow? Yeah, that was caught on a minnow. Picture of lure. We'll add that in there. Well, actually, I think we took the picture of the lure. Picture of the lure. Water temp, 78. Weather, sunny. Water clarity, clear. Wind is 0 to 5. Minnow on brush. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so that's fish number two. All right, then number three, we're going to log that one, Lake Lanier. All right, guys, and then, oh man, were there fish schooling out there? What was that? Is it time for some top water action, guys? Because you know I love it. Whipstick said they don't want this money. We got Elio. What's going on, Ricardo, in the chat? All right, species. This is going to be a spotted bass, guys. So we're going to log in a spotted bass. This is number three, so we're going to put 103 pounds for this one. Going to track the location. Let's see, water temp, 78. Weather was sunny. Water clarity, clear. Wind 0 to 5. Picture lure. Let's put that in there. Picture lure. Put that minnow in there. Minnow on brush. Now these fish are out here roaming around. All right, so remember, if you use FishX Live, the information that I'm entering in here is private information. The only reason you guys will be able to see it is because I'm letting you see what I'm putting in my account. Let's see, if fish were roaming. All right, tracking the location, got that. Didn't do the picture yet. All right, so now let's get the length of the. So that last one was 19.5. So red, white, blue. So now we're on the blue coat tag. So let's see if this one's gonna beat 19.5 because this one actually looks bigger than that other one. Yeah, it's definitely bigger than that other one. What? This thing says 19. How could that be? This fish is huge. This fish is well, it's fatter than the other one. So what did I say the length was? Let me do it again. Let me do it again. Yeah, 19. Goodness, guys, 19. Let me hold this over. Man, let me hold these two up next to each other so you guys can see. But this one with this blue coal tag is bigger, a lot bigger than this other one. Oh, but the tail is just a little bit longer. You guys see that? But this one right here is a lot bigger than this one. I can tell you that. So I know that's going to throw some people off when it's time to weigh those fish. All right, Whipstick says you can give them all the information you can think of. It's not going to help because they don't want this money. Oh, goodness. Shout out to Spot Snatch. He said he's out there catching fish. He said he got 5 to the boat. All right, guys. How's about that? Oh, what was the weight? What was the length of that last one? 19. Who would have thunk it? 19. All right. So now we're going to submit this catch. All right. And submit. All right. There we go. All right. So now these fish have had a second to rest. Whipstick said, said we got to weigh all of the fish at the same time. Whipstick, is Dottie still in the chat? Patricia said, you did. What did I do, Patricia? You sure I did it? All right, y'all need to talk to Whipstick. Whipstick said we got to weigh all of the fish at the same time. That's a travesty of justice. Man, I cannot believe that fish, the way that it was fighting, ended up being a bass. I just knew that that was going to be a catfish. But I was like, this is not a catfish, people. That's a bass. All right, I'm focused, guys. I'm focused. Trying to get y'all another fish to the boat. Shout out to Frisco. He says you're not used to that size. Not on a minnow bait, Frisco. Frisco, you remember when you first joined the chat and you were like, are you using live imaging? That ain't fishing. Because you thought I knew how to catch fish using minnow baits, right? Well, Frisco, the time has come. Your partner has been catching them with a minnow bait today. How about that? So now you can say it for real in the chat. Are you using them live scopes? I don't like it. So yeah, I caught those two last fish using a minnow Frisco on 8 pound line and about 20 to 30 feet of water. Shaking a minnow. Remember I told you I didn't know how to do it? He said, you were lucky. Twice? I was lucky twice. All right, so if I catch one more using a minnow, then that's not luck anymore, right? We got dude OMG says you gotta own live scope to know how to use it. Oh, I'm on one, guys. I'm on one. I'm on one. Just talk to me. Just come on and talk to the peoples. Oh, here come one over there. Come on and grab it. Whipstick says, get five to the boat and weigh them all. Whipstick. It just keeps getting worse. Whipstick. How could you be like that? Big Rose said, let me see. Whipstick. Weigh them doggone fish, man. The peoples want more action. They said, don't weigh these fish yet. Mm. Man, I was looking at the wrong thing. All right, let's try it one more again. Woo. All right. We're about to get something this time, guys. Where'd they go? There they go. Spotson says, I did get five. We got Dude OMG says, a top water bite would be nice. It sure would. We got 3,100 in the chat. Spotson says, a 3.5 largemouth for number 7. All right, I see those fish out there schooling. Blaster said, no jelly, no stank, nothing. All right, let's get this out there. About 70, 80 feet. Bam, right where it needed to be. All right, so there's fish out there about 70, 80 feet. There's my bait going down, and you guys see these fish. Let's see if they follow it down to the bottom. Yep, there they go. There they go. Yep. All right, let's see what happens. All right, let's see. Oh, I'm still in a good little area. Gotta go back down to the bottom. Guys, look at this. That boat was headed straight towards me, guy. He saw me at the last minute and swerved. Well, I guess not at the last minute, but he eventually did see me. Big Ro says, how much the pot, Whip? Whip, talk to people. They want to know what they got on the line. They said, what's on the line, Whipstick? We got Big Tab in the chat. Says, I subscribed. I'm here for this wisdom. I want to fish so badly. Shout out to Big Tab in the chat. Robert says, they will follow your bite going up faster than down, bro. 250 says, release to the grease for custom colored plastic and worms. Oh, Whipstick says $0.00. Ah, Whipstick. Why are you doing the peoples like this? Whipstick said, who knows what SWAT stands for? Maybe those should be the only people that's guessing, Whipstick. What you think? They gotta answer a trivia question in order to participate. All right, Whipstick. Whipstick says subscribers $20, members of the money team $40. Remember, it doesn't cost anything to participate. All you got to do is subscribe to the channel. It's just that easy. Let them know, Whipstick. We out here swatting. All right, let's see. I really want to catch something from that other school. If we catch two more of these biggins, guys, that'll be a pretty good day out here on the lake. Dottie said, for three fish, oh, heck no. Shout out to 250 says special weapons and tactical. Dottie says service with all the trimmings. Now give me my money. Big Road doesn't count. He waited to see what Dottie had to say first. We're gonna keep hunting for a top water bite too, guys. We're gonna make them come up and hit on top. How about that? But now that I know I can get them on this minnow, it's kind of fun, but I guess because I haven't done it a lot, I'm not completely into it like that yet. All right, let's see. Let's take this down a little bit. Mm, almost. I gotta put it in the chamber and not a flame. Shout out to City Man says, watch out, I'm back. Swat Phil says SWAT thrill and forward facing sonar catches. No mystery. Well, Frisco, question. Have you ever caught a fish on a minnow using forward facing sonar? Have you ever caught a fish using a minnow on forward facing sonar? Frisco says yes when tourney fishing. So you must be good at it then. You said there's no mystery in it. So you have unlocked the code. So whenever you are fishing with a minnow, you are like guaranteed you're gonna catch these fish. Remember, I'm just starting, so I don't know. I'm asking. But it does not seem that easy to me. Frisco says, like to keep my instincts polished. We got Echo says, where we at? We're out here on Lake Lanier, Georgia. Out here fishing for some of these spotted bass. Man, would have been nice for that one to have taken it. That was a pretty nice fish that was chasing it. Man. Man, now those fish were very, very aggressive, but didn't take the bait. Frisco says you need to forward facing sonar when you have time to practice and not try and put on a show. Shout out to who is that? Sangster in the chat. Am I saying that right? Makes you a much better fisherman when you don't have it, in my opinion. All right. City Man says, do you fish for smallmouth much? No, sir, not much. Echo says, any on the indicator? Yes, sir. Brandon says, I'm brand new to Fort Faces Sonar, so I need some help and seat time. Shout out to Manny Ketchum. Says, how many we got? We got 3 good ones in the live well. We got some good ones in the live well. All right, let's go back down to the bottom on them. All right, Whipstick says, okay, money, weigh the 2 biggest ones and then weigh the smallest one. That gives them 2 chances to win this money. But you have to weigh the smallest one first. All right, guys, we're about to get it cracking. We're about to go into subscriber only mode. I think Whipstick watched the numbers. I think Whipstick been watching the numbers, guys. All right, we are in subscriber only mode now. Patricia says, if you ain't got a spinning reel and facing sonar on Lanier, good luck. All right, we are in subscriber only mode right now, guys. Spotshot says hi. Let me see. Can catch him just fine without it. Big Rose said, Bass Hunter, I know you in here. You know he in there lurking. you know, Bass Hunter is in there lurking. All right, so you want me to weigh the smallest one first. Shout out to Bass Hunter. He says, I'm in here. Bass Hunter, like, I'm here to take that money. All right, Whipstick. So we're about to weigh. Okay, there we go. We're about to weigh that first one. Well, we're gonna put him. So we already put him on the measuring board. It's 17 and a half inches is the length on this first fish on this red coal tag, guys. Whipstick, when you're ready, you can go ahead and open the scales. This is Mr. Hunchback. Mr. Hunchback, guys. Do you see him? That's the one that has something in there. Now that's whatever that is hard. It got something real hard in that gut. Whenever you're ready, Whipstick, this fish is 17 and a half inches, but it has some girth on it. Woo! It has some girth on it, guys. Oh my goodness. He's trying to come on, fish. Calm on down. Calm down. Big Rose said it's a turtle. It got a turtle shell on it. All right, Whipstick. When you open the scales, they have 2 minutes to put their guesses in the chat. Look at the numbers shooting up. These people coming out of the woodworks. They like it's time to weigh that fish. All right, there it goes, guys. The scales are officially open. You have 2 minutes. And while you guys are doing that, let me go ahead and take the picture of the fish. So I can add it to. Let's see if we can get this lined up. Get it set up just right. While you guys are doing that, I'm going to be doing this, which is trying to get a picture of this fish. Oh, let's see. Will this work? All right, I think I got it. How's about that? Mr. Hunchback. All right, let's put him back in the live well. Uh-oh, did somebody get DQ'd? What happened in the chat? Hey, AC said one for you. All right, those guesses are coming in kind of slow. What's up with that? All right, the scales are closed. All right, let me go ahead and add that 17.5 into FishX Live, Journal of Catches, 17.5, and I need to add my picture in there. So we got to edit, choose picture, and there we go. Bam. Just like that. All right, there we go. So there's the entry. There's the picture of Mr. Hunchback. All right, let's get it cracking now. Let's go ahead and see if anybody wanted that money. Whipstick said, y'all don't want this money. Now remember, I can guess too, guys, because Whipstick got did Whipstick guess this time too? Did Whipstick put a guess in the chat? Now it's a 2-pounder. I don't think it's gonna hit 3. I'm gonna go with a 2, 2.5, 278. I'm gonna say 278. All right, we're zeroed out. Woo. Better yet, hold on. Let's just zero the scales completely out. Gonna erase the memory on it. Turn it off. Turn it back on. And what did I say, guys? 278? Yeah, I'll stick with that. I'll stick with 278. All right, you guys see it? It's zeroed out. Ooh, 238. Let's lock it in on that number one spot. 238 is fish number one, guys. Do we have a winner? Do we have a winner? I mean, I think that this was y'all best chance of winning. Do we have a winner on that fish right there? AC came in with the quickness. She said no winner. She said no official winner. Too bad. She said too low, too slow. Too slow. You got to be faster than that. Oh, man, guys. All right, we're going to let you guys recover for about 2 or 3 minutes. When do you want me to weigh the next one, Whipstick? AC said weigh him now. Okay, I got to make at least one cast first, AC. Let me just make a cast. Oh, man, where did my bait go? All right, that was a bad cast. All right, AC said, oh, both of them, they said now, weigh it right now. Man, so pushy. How rude and mean, making us weigh all of weighing both bitches at the same time and being mean about it and everything. God, I mean, I just wanted to make one more cast. You ain't got to be all mean about it. All right, we got them zeroed out, but we got to hold them up for the people first. So we just weigh red. All right, let's get the other ones. Don't splash me. Come on, can't we all just get along? We all friends here. We all friends here. Calm down. Look at the heads on them. All right, and there they go. We got this one right here was 19 and a half. And this bigger one right here is 19. This one right here is 19 inches, guys. AC, when you're ready, you can go ahead and open those scales. This one is 19 inches. This one is 19 and a half. The bigger fish is actually shorter because of the tail. Look at the tails, guys. This fish over here, the tail is just a little bit longer. That's what gave it that extra half inch. All right, AC, are the scales open? Woo, they got some weight on them. Scales are officially open, guys. All right. And while you guys are doing that, let me go ahead and take my pictures real quick. And you guys remember, it's combined weight. Combined weight. Combined weight out here, guys. All right, so let's take some pictures. Let's spin the boat for these pictures. All right, so we got the white and the blue. Come on, bud. Almost had it. All right. Begin. And there's the other one. All right. Scales are still open. Do I have enough time to make a cast? Oh, Phil, wait a minute. Phil, Phil, what happened? Phil, Phil got hit with the DQ. Say it ain't so, Phil. What did you do? Oh, Phil. Blasted said, Phil, do you need my glasses? Phil, how are you getting DQ'd this late in the game? You've been here long enough. Scales are now closed. Oh my goodness. And Hippie Dave is laughing at you. Hippie Dave is normally the first to laugh at somebody when they get DQ'd. All right, guys. It is time. All right, so let me see what I think. Red, white. So let's go with the white cold tag first, and then we're gonna do the blue one. So this one right here, I think it's a three. I'll go 3.0. Goodness, is that a three? I'll go 3.05 on this one, guys. 3.05 is what I think. And then let me see. If I say that one's a 3.05, I think this blue one, goodness, wait a minute. Is this a four? Goodness gracious, guys. It's hard to tell. I'll go with 378. So 378. So that's 6.8. I'm gonna say 6.87 is my combined total. All right, so let's weigh the one on the white cold tag first. What did I say, guys? 3.87, I think, is my combined total. I mean 6.87. All right, we're zeroed out. And we have to get rid of this first weight in here. Let me just double check, make sure we're zeroed. Okay, guys, you see it? We're zeroed out. Let's take the cold tag off. Ooh, 3.28. 3.28. We locked it in. 3.28 on that first one. And I said that one's going to be 3.05. Oh, my goodness. So that one's a little bigger than what I thought, which means this one might hit four then, maybe. All right. And I said 6.87. All right, guys. All right, here we go. We're about to wait a second one. We're zeroed out. Oh my goodness, guys. Ah, 3.67. And when we lock it in, let's see what the total weight is. 6.94. I was close. Bassana said that was his guess too. We had 6.87. It was 6.94 is the total weight. So that was a 3.67. Bam. Do we have a winner? Do we have a winner? Dottie said, oh no. Dottie said, oh no. Oh, we hit him. We hit them back to back. Blappity blap and no winners. Man, let me enter these weights in here in the Fish Six Live. Money. Who? Why did you guys? Whipstick says, y'all should have stopped with the madness. Just say y'all don't want this money. Whipstick said, just say it. He said, if you don't want the money, just say it. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's see. So the fish number two was on the white cold tag. That was 3.28. So we got to edit that, guys. So we're just going back in here. Fish number two, we're putting the correct weight in here. So 3.28, 3.28. And then we have to upload the picture. And this is the white cold tag. So where's that one? Red, white, blue, blue. All right, there we go. I think that's it. Submit that. Wait a minute. Oh, there we go. All right, and now we gotta add the blue one. And that one was 3.67. 3.67. And let's add my picture in here. And remember, guys, I use this so that I can go back to my journal of catches. Red, white, blue. Man, which one did we just do? Oh, we got to do blue now. There we go. Blue. Got the picture, got the weight, and submit. So there we go. So in my journal of catches, there are my 3 fish that I caught for today. Oh, I forgot to put the weight in there. 3.67. Oh, I forgot to put the smaller weight. The smaller one was what? What was that first fish? The weight of that first fish, guys? Mr. Hunchback. Does anybody remember the weight of the first fish? Was it 2.28? Help me out, peoples. What was the weight of that first fish? 2.38. All right. Hippie Dave said 0.89. 2.38. Bam. All right. So there we go. There go my 3 catches for the day. Now look at that, guys. Now that's a good fish right there. You see that? That's 2 3-pounders your partner's holding right there. And there's the bait I caught him on right there. Look at that. All right. Shout out to FishX Live. Remember, guys, this weekend from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., the Big Bass Battle will be taking place. Got to place your bet for your favorite angler. Who do you think's going to take it? We have Florida, Texas, Indiana, Georgia, Iowa, New York. I'm forgetting. Who am I forgetting? Who am I forgetting? Did I say Texas? But yeah, so we got 8 anglers, 8 different states competing for the title to take away the win for the big bass battle of the anglers. Shout out to Texas Nuke. He won the first one that we did, and we will be doing more of these, guys. Man, I keep hearing topwater splashes, guys, that aren't really there. That's how bad I want this topwater bite. Blaster said Frisco ain't living right. Frisco said Texas for the win. What did Dottie say? Dottie, how do you like the new format? How do you like the new format, Dottie? Oh, you got the mean face. Ah. And Dottie said, it sucks. And just like that, you guys didn't want this money. But you know what I need to do? I need to go ahead and let these fish go. Since you guys didn't want this money, there's no need to keep the fish in the live well, right? Let's see, how can I do this? Photo, video. Oh, that's on this other phone, man. All right. We're gonna see if we can catch some more guys. Man, these fish are huge. Do you see that? Oh yeah. We're gonna go ahead and let one of these go. Then we're gonna let the other one go. Look at it. It's mad. It's a meaning. That's how we do out here on Lake Lanier. We drop bombs. Boom. All right, there we go. That's one. Ooh. Lake Lanier is the land of the magnum spotted basses. That's right, basses. When they get this big, you got to throw an extra SSES on there. All right, let's go ahead and let this one go, guys. Make sure you tune in for the Battle of the Anglers, moneybass.com. Booyah. All right, just doing some content for my peoples. Red, white, blue. All right, we got Mr. Hunchback right here. Have you ever seen a hunchback fish? What do you think is inside of that thing? Look at that. Do you see that big ball right there? Let's go ahead and let him go back so he can go to the doctor. Bam. Swim off, fishy. All right, now it's time to catch some more, guys. Some people say, why do you just catch the fish and just release the fish? You don't eat the fish? Dottie said that fish ate a rock. It ate something. Either that or somebody stuffed something down that fish's mouth. Frisco says, you ever give them G juice in that live well? Yes, sir. I keep the 64-ounce bottle of G juice. How about that, Frisco? How's about it? Whipstick says, shut her down. They don't want this money. Whipstick. Whipstick, did you shut it down? Whipstick. Whipstick, is it shut down for real? Dottie. Dottie, I need you to talk to the whip sticker. Is that what he say? The little whip stickers? Talk to Whipstick and see. No, wait a second. I don't, is it a 64 ounce Frisco? You know how they have the big tub of G juice? And then you just refill your the smaller ones. So you use the big one to refill your small. All right, we're gonna fish a jig out there now, guys. Frisco, I think you missed the live stream where I spent the whole day fishing the jig. We were catching them pretty good too. Oh my goodness. Whipstick said the doors are closed. Shout out to Burning 47. Says I'm a bank fisherman. Well, the fish bite from the bank too. I don't think they care where you're casting from. Shout out to the bank fisherman. All right, we in some grass, guys. We in some thick grass. I don't feel like battling with no thick, nasty snot grass. So we're not gonna throw that again. All right, chat. Dottie said, come on, man. She said, come on, man. Whipstick. Come on, man. Whipstick said, Dottie. He says he gotta hit the gym, Dottie. All right, chat. Do y'all want me to catch? Okay, look. Do y'all want me to throw this again? You remember when I was slow? Well, yeah, look, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it because I want to do that. We're gonna sling that slow Nico out there. Dottie said, all right, fine. Whipstick, something tells me that they don't like the new format. Blaster says, slang it. Phil says, I think Whipstick wants to go home. All right, I see something out here that got my attention. Let's see if we can. Bam. All right, let's see where I hit at. All right, here we go, guys. Out there at 75 feet. There's my bait come out of that brush pile right there. You can kind of see him down glowing. There's one that just came out. You see it? Frisco said, you divorcing your shaky head now? I'm getting ready for Chickamauga is what I'm doing, Frisco. You remember I told you Frisco that Chickamauga, I need that 7-pounder. That might be my last chance for this season to get that 7-pounder. Phil said, no, he wants to go home. Frisco said, because of a couple lucky forward-facing sonar catches. He said, have I fished a soft plastic on a bobber? No, I have not. I haven't tried that. Now, I've done a floating fly, if you've ever heard of that technique. Frisco said he don't like the minnow. Phil Phil said he likes it better when I was catching skunks. Phil, how could that be? You want me to come out here and zero? That is terrible. All right, people, drop a one in the chat if you can hear me. Drop a one in the chat if you guys can hear me and see me. If everything is still looking good, let me know. I appreciate that, fellas. Frisco said I need to try the koike, or however you pronounce it. Remember, I was using it the other day, Frisco. I didn't have the patience for it. You see how long it took me to finally start using my minnows, my minnow baits. All right. I think we've had a pretty good day out here. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Do we have a good day out here today? We were out here for a good time and an extended time. I stayed out here a little bit longer. I tried to do a little bit of something. Oh my God, they schooling. Ah, come on, please, please, please come on back up and get this top water bait. Come and get this work. They schooling, guys. Oh man. All right, they didn't take it. They didn't take that top water. Let's see if we can get this swim bait out there to go a little subsurface on 'em. And the answer is no. Frisco says, no, you weren't. That one cost $21 a pop. Yeah, I think well, no, the one that I got, I can't remember if I paid $19 or nine. It was either $19.99 or $9.99. I can't remember. Neil says, my God, the bendation was too much yesterday and my rod broke. Oh my goodness. That means it was egregious. Have you seen the bendation chart? The bendation had to be egregious for that to happen. Neil said I had to land the fish with half a rod. Frisco said you must have been using a ducket. How you got to talk bad about my ducket rods, man? I'm up here showing you that the bendation was sensational today. And you're going to talk bad about my bendation situation. Shout out to Neil, said he's going to start posting his pictures on FishX Live. All right, has anybody posted anything this week on FishX Live? If you have, I'll pull it up and show it to the people. Has anybody posted any of their catches on FishX Live this week? Shout out to the 100 likes crew. I appreciate that, guys. We hit the quota. 100 likes, 100. All right. There you have it, guys. I guess that's all she wrote for the day. Remember, I need you guys to tune in on fishxlive.com this Saturday. What is that? May 23rd from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. The Big Bass Battle of Anglers. We have anglers representing 8 different states: Florida, New York, Indiana, Texas, Iowa. And who do I keep forgetting? Who do I keep forgetting? But there's 8 different states that are going to be represented, guys. Make sure you tune in on Friday night so you can meet the anglers on Saturday. We'll be battling it out, all right? Big shout out to SWAT Lawn Operations. As you guys know, you don't want this money. All right, guys, we'll see you on the next live stream.